everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, I'm Heidi. Today is all about Thanksgiving. I feel like we're going right to Christmas and we always bypass Thanksgiving. So today I thought it would be kind of a neat idea to give some tips on hosting Thanksgiving. This can also apply to other holidays as well. So some of you have maybe been hosting for years. Actually, I got to tell you, the sun's kind of in and out, so I hope the video's not too dark. So anyway, some of you may have been hosting for years and you know what you're doing. You never know, you could get a new tip today. But if not, Thanksgiving can be very nerve-wracking. All the food's got to come out around the same time. Panic can set in very easily. So today, I'm here to make it hopefully a little easier for you by staying organized. So let's get right to the tips that I have for you. So first you want to start off with, how many people are you having? Is it going to be 6? Is it going to be 10? Is it going to be 30? Okay. So you need to find that out, and that obviously is going to determine how big a turkey you're going to get. What size am I going to get? Oh boy, how many people am I having? Obviously, I suggest getting a bigger one. Who doesn't love leftovers, right? You don't want to have it be just enough for the amount of people you're having. You don't want people kind of looking around, maybe looking for more turkey. They're still hungry, right? You don't want that to happen. Always get a little bit bigger, okay? So the size, or I should say the amount of people, also determines, am I going to have a buffet? Is it going to be a sit down? How much room do I have at the table? Oh, I'm having a lot of people. I might have to have a buffet, right? So the number is definitely going to determine that for you. So you want to get going with a menu. I start right at the appetizers. You got the meal all the way down to dessert, and of course drinks as well. So get that menu going. And then you want to start with your grocery list. I usually buy a lot of the non-perishables, beforehand. Fresh veggies are always last minute, maybe a day or two before. We don't want them to go bad, of course, right? So also the turkey, you're probably going to want to take it out probably 3 to 4 days beforehand. If it's frozen, I often buy a fresh turkey. I will get that like the day before or maybe 2 days before. All right, so now that was like 1 to 2 weeks before. Now we're working on 4 to 5 days before, okay? You want to check out your seating situation. Think about how many people you're having. How many chairs do I have? Am I going to need more? Am I going to need my leaves? I, for example, have 2 leaves. Do I need 1 leaf or 2? So you got to kind of check out your table situation. Do I need a card table? Christmas Eve, I actually move my table all the way back, and I have a card table that goes at the end. We don't all have big spaces, so you have to kind of make do, figure things out. Then you have to check out your linens, your glassware, things like that. So I have in front of me, I may be using these things. I'm not really even sure yet. I have to get myself organized. So anyway, get out maybe your table protector, your linens, got a tablecloth, the runner. Oh, I'm going to put this down the middle. I've got that all set. And then, for example, I grabbed a platter for turkey. Like I said, I don't know what I'm using exactly, so I just kind of quickly grab some things. I've got this. Okay, this has a cover. This would be perfect for one of the vegetables, right? And another little pumpkin dish, right? Or platter. So check out your menu and you look at all the side dishes you're having. Make sure you have everything ready. Sometimes I even put the spoons in there ahead of time. That would maybe be, a couple days before. Also, I didn't have Post-its. Also, I have been doing this sometimes too. Put a Post-it like in the platter. Oh, the squash is going to go in here. It sounds weird, but it does kind of give you the idea of where everything's going. Oh, did I forget to get a bowl for the green beans? You know what I mean? So believe it or not, those Post-its sound like an odd idea, but it really does help. So these tips here would probably be, like I said, 4 to 5 days before. Let's keep going. Think about the racks in your oven, okay? And as far as all your pans fitting, okay? I actually have a roasting pan downstairs, but I've used these too. So you may want to open your oven and get your dishes out that you think you're going to be using for your vegetables. Do they all fit in your oven? You don't want to have to be, the morning of Thanksgiving, you're putting the turkey in and the veggies and it doesn't fit. And, you can't shut the door. It's like, uh-oh, what am I going to do now, right? Even though some things we do cook on the stovetop, also a tip, you could cook all your vegetables ahead of time. Keep them in the fridge. I've done that quite a bit too. But say there's some things you still have to put in the oven. Just double check. Another tip is to use square or rectangular, because everything will fit a little better than if you use odd-shaped dishes, like oval, circular. You're going to be having some empty corner space. So if you kind of use the same shapes, everything will fit in a little bit different, okay? So that's another tip. All right, so 2 to 3 days before, I would clean the house. Get the house all cleaned. Get that all out of your way, because you're going to need those next the next day or so. It's going to be really hectic. Maybe make your desserts. You got pies, I'm sure, right? Bake those ahead of time. Any other dessert, you can keep those in the fridge. Prep work can be done for, like, if you're having a charcuterie board, maybe you cut up the celery sticks, get the carrots ready, the cheese, stuff like that. So, and also just review your schedule. Review what you're having for dinner, the desserts, make sure you have enough. Also, a cute idea is a bar cart. If you have a bar cart, that would be an awesome thing to set up early. Not, you wouldn't put things out really early, but maybe the drinks you could, maybe your wine, maybe you can use it for desserts, maybe some of the food. So if you have a bar cart, maybe bring that in your room. I do not have one. I think they come in pretty handy. And another thing I want to show you is this here. Let me bring these over. I've got them over here a little bit. What I also make sure of is that I always have enough of, I should probably move this chair just a little bit. Always make sure you have enough of paper goods. I always buy these cups, are always like $4.99 at Marshall's, okay? These come in handy. I always make sure I have paper plates, paper goods. For desserts, appetizers, I'll usually use, I mean, you can put out the big ones too, but, I got the little plates here. I've got some napkins, whichever ones I put out. A lot of these are ones I haven't used, so I don't even have to buy any. And the bigger ones can be maybe for dessert, right? So always have paper goods ready. And of course, that day, you want to, this sounds silly, you want to empty all the trash cans. You're going to be having a lot of trash that day, especially if you're having disposable plates. So also another thing about plates, there's a lot of tips I'm sure maybe I'm not squeezing in today. But also, if you are using disposable, you go on Amazon or even the supermarkets, but Amazon is cheaper, especially if you're having a bigger crowd. Get the disposables. They have beautiful disposable plates that you can use, and the silverware, plasticware, I should say, as well. Or if you have beautiful dinnerware, then you use that. So you empty out your dishwasher, make sure that's all set, because even if you do use paper plates, you're going to need room in your dishwasher for all the things the vegetables were in, right? And you'll just have a lot of dishes. So make sure that's emptied out. And I'm trying to think what else maybe I haven't included, because there's so much. I kind of spot clean the bathrooms. Oh yes, as far as this goes, if you can, set up a nice little coffee bar ahead of time too. The cute cups, some spoons, things like that. I think also one of the last tips I want to give you is set your table the day before, the night before, maybe 2 days before if you really find that you're getting nervous about it. And that takes a lot of stress out of worrying, did I have enough plates, all that kind of stuff. So I would definitely set it a day or two before. And that's probably one of my last tips. So I hope that you relax on the day of Thanksgiving, and doing a lot of these tips will definitely save you from having a lot of stress. Get yourself organized. I will link there's actually a couple of them in Pinterest, like guides, 12 different tips, things like that. And I think if you refer to that, especially if you're a first-time hostess for Thanksgiving or any holiday, these will definitely help you stay organized and have a lot less stress. So I hope to see you soon, and have a great day.